Good morning. Welcome to day 3 of our challenge. Thank you so much for joining me again on the mat today. Let's get started with a quick meditation. Finding somewhere comfortable to sit. Beginning to tune into your breath. Noticing how you're feeling this morning or whatever time you're joining me. Taking deeper breaths, closing your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. If not, you can also just gaze across the room to a non-moving point. Begin trying to make your inhales as long as your exhales. Releasing any tension in your body, noticing if your feet are clenching, if your hands are balled up, relaxing your jaw and your face, relaxing your shoulders, inhale deeply, allowing the air to fill your belly. And exhaling until there's no air left in your lungs. Taking a nice buoyant inhale. And continuing to breathe deeply. Giving yourself permission to be here and nowhere else right now. Begin to draw your attention to where the air is meeting your nostril. Begin to notice what it feels like when the air enters your nose and exits your nose. Seeing if you can find that point on your nostril where the air first makes contact. Noticing the sensation. Does it tickle? Is there a strong sensation? Is there a gentle sensation? What's the temperature? Is the air cool or is it warm? Beginning to visualize the air as it moves from your nose all the way down into your belly and then all the way back up out your nose. Envision this as a bright light traveling all the way from your nose down into your belly and all the way back up and out. Slowly bringing your attention back to your space. Slowly opening your eyes if they were closed. And noticing how you feel after taking a few minutes focusing on your breath. Let's keep building on our practice from yesterday and build a little bit of heat and wake up the body. Today's mantra is, I release fear and take imperfect action. I release fear and take imperfect action. Coming into a downward facing dog. Going through hands and knees. Fingertips are spread wide. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips all the way up and back. Bending the knees, pedaling through the feet. Shaking the head, yes and no. Releasing through your neck. Pressing through your palms. Feeling the outer rotation of your upper arms. Elbow creases are facing towards the mat. Taking a deep breath here. And on the exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Lifting the right leg. Stepping it through in between your palms. Coming into a high lunge or a low lunge if that's plenty for you today. You can always modify. Make sure you have about hip width distance in between your feet. And inhale all the way up. Front knee is over the front ankle. You can tuck your tailbone slightly, maybe bend that back knee to get your center underneath you. Maybe tapping into that Ujjayi breath from yesterday. I release fear and take imperfect action. Bringing the hands to heart center, inhaling to prepare for a twist. Exhale, twisting to the right, left elbow hooks over the outer edge of the right knee. Gazing over that right shoulder. Keeping that bend in the front knee. Waking up the lower body. One more breath here. And coming all the way up and around into a warrior two. Back foot is at a 90-degree angle, so the outer edge is parallel to the back of your mat. Bending into that front knee. You may need to widen your stance a little bit. And the arms are out to your sides, looking over your front hand. I release fear and take imperfect action. Sinking a little deeper into that front knee, pressing into the outer edge of that back foot. Your weight is spread pretty evenly between both feet. Straightening the front leg, bumping the hips back, reaching forward, and coming down into a triangle pose. Gazing forward or up towards your hand. Getting that nice stretch through your inner right thigh. And planting the palms, stepping it back to downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Inhaling to lift the left leg. And exhaling, stepping it through. Coming up into a high lunge or a low lunge if you modified on the first side. Opening through the chest, gazing forward and maybe slightly up. Finding one non-moving point to gaze at to help you keep your balance. I release fear and take imperfect action. Bringing the hands to heart center. Preparing for a twist. And exhaling, twisting to the left, right elbow to the outside of your left leg. Gazing forward or over that left shoulder if it's comfortable. Still mixing up my lefts and rights. And if you lose your balance, that's fine. Imagine you're squeezing something in between your thighs. And slowly coming up, all the way around into a triangle pose. Back foot is at a 90-degree angle, sinking into that front knee. Arms are out to your sides, gazing over the front hand. Your legs are moving away from each other. Tailbone is tucked slightly. Inhaling to find length. Exhale, sinking a little deeper into that front knee. And straighten the front leg. Bump the hips back. Reaching forward and down into triangle pose. Framing the front foot, stepping it back, downward facing dog. Long, deep inhale. Exhale, side out. Let something go. Bend your knees, look forward, and step all the way to your hands at the front of your mat into a forward fold. Bending the knees as much as you would like. Relaxing the head and neck. Shaking the head out. Keeping your palms on the ground or clasping opposite elbow and letting yourself dangle. And you can sway back and forth or find stillness. Whatever feels good today. Bending through the knees, slowly rolling all the way up to standing. Arms come up and overhead, gazing up towards your palms. Exhaling, hands through heart center. Taking a moment here to notice how you feel. I release fear and take imperfect action. That's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again tomorrow.